back to the streets.
Like this. When the last time you heard it like this? JVB, the It Boys, the Misfits. Toss me the keys to the cherry red Benz. Two-seater, only you, no friends. Now to begin.
So last Sunday we all celebrated Father's Day. Actually, in my family we have a double celebration because my daughter was born on the Father's Day. So when she was born, I told my husband, honey, this is your Father's Day gift for the rest of your life. Never ask me for the gifts anymore. So at least I can save some money on that. So my oldest daughter turned 28 years old last Sunday. And as I was putting the pictures together, because that's what we do today, right? We go, we put all the pictures, we do the collage, and then we post it on the social media, happy birthday. I came across a picture when she was 18 years old. That was 10 years ago. That was a very challenging time for her and for us as the family, because she was graduating high school, trying to figure out what to do with her life, where to go. She was very upset at me, because she wanted me to give her her first Chanel bag. But instead, I gave her money life lessons, $50,000 investment crash course. That night we were sitting in the kitchen and we were talking. And I asked her, Vika, what do you want to do with your life? And she said, I don't know, I just want to become rich. I said, okay, rich. What does it mean to be rich? She said, I want to make lots of money. Okay, what does it mean for you, lots of money? Is it 100,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million? What does it mean? And then she said, I don't know. And then I realized that we as parents, we teach our children to study well, go to school, preferably go to gifted and talent classes, get a scholarship to go to college for free. But we don't actually give them a money lesson. And it's not anyone's fault, because no one teaches us, right? No one teaches us in school how to make money, how money works, how to become financially free, how to invest. No one teaches any of us. So at that night, we were sitting in the kitchen, and then I started asking her, okay, let's play a game, let's dream. And then I asked her, okay, where do you want to live? Like where? In Manhattan, or like what country, what city? What apartment do you want to live in? Is it 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom? How do you want to dress? Where do you want to shop? Where do you want to take your vacations? Do you want to cook yourself? You want to go out every day? And then as she told me all of this, then we would put what would it cost to create that lifestyle. So then we added up everything. It came out to be $150,000. I said, perfect. Now we have to add taxes to that. So it came out to be about like $250,000. And then the next question I asked her, okay, what career will pay you $250,000 or more? And fast forward 10 years, last Sunday, we were having a brunch together, and we were recapping on this moment. So today, she lives in this Manhattan. She lives in a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment in Hudson Yards. She pays for everything herself. She has a full closet of Chanel bags, all the designers' clothes. She travels. She's actually right now in Paris. This is the 3rd time this year that she went there. And then I realized that night, I didn't give her the money lesson. I gave her a roadmap for her future. As we were actually sitting at the dinner, she told me, Mom, I saved some more money to give it to you to invest. So what she does, she saves her money and then she gives them for me to invest. So tonight, I would like to share with you the same roadmap that I gave my daughter for her future. Before we're going to do this, since this is a fashion trend event, I would like to give you the financial trends for 2027. So people are moving away simply from the old model that I implemented in my life for the first 20 years. As they already mentioned, I've been in the business actually 29 years because it started when I was pregnant with my daughter. So for the first 19, 20 years, I used to implement the old model. Work hard, earn money, and not spend. The new model that I was teaching my daughter that night was to earn money, invest, build assets that will actually pay for your financial freedom. The financial trends for the 2027. The first trend is invest in your capability. For years, we were thinking that the best financial assets is the financial capital, right? We were told that you need money to make money. But I'm actually here to tell you the opposite. The best asset today is intellectual capital. It's to invest in your skills, invest in your knowledge. It's how fast you can actually adapt with the AI, with the technology, as the world is changing very fast. The second trend is invest in a cash flow producing assets. Before, the entrepreneurship meant that start a business, but today it's not to start a business, it's to acquire asset producing businesses. And the third financial trend is invest in relationships. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Today, knowledge is free. We have AI, knowledge is everywhere. But the right mentors will save you a lifetime. Right advisor will save you millions. Right relationship will open up millions of doors for you, which hard work will never give you possibility to do. I would like for you to do the same exercise that I did with my daughter that night. Who has cell phones here? Everyone has a cell phone? Well, I assume we all have cell phones. So take out your cell phones. There's barcode on the screen. I invite you to scan that. This will be a very interactive exercise. It's literally gonna take you 60 seconds. I promise. I know that Andrew 10 is waiting for me to finish up. So this is an interactive exercise. So actually right now sit down and dream just like I did with my daughter. Do not overthink, don't think about it, just dream as big as you can. Whatever that number that you would like, how much would you like to have in passive income a month? Is it 10,000, 20,000, 100,000? It's your chance to dream big here. It's actually going to do all the math for you, so you don't need to worry about it. We don't need calculators. If you're not good with math, don't worry. This is just to give you an example. So if it's $10,000, well, that will come out to 120,000. So actually that number means is that how much passive income you need to have to live your dream life. That's without working, it's passive income. So now that you identified the targets for yourself, that would be your point B. Now we're gonna reverse engineer, we're gonna go to point A. This is how much capital do you need? We're gonna identify it. How much capital do you need? In order to do this, first we're gonna identify what would be your rate of the investment on your return. Is it 5%, 10%, 20, 30%? Just dream big, guys. Dream big here, choose any number you want. The higher the rate on the investment, the higher the rate on the return, the less capital that you need. So now that you identified how much you need, where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, you're not going anywhere. The next thing is that we're going to identify where are you today. Does anyone know what is their net worth? Anyone? If you know, perfect, then you're ahead of everyone. If you don't, you can actually calculate that number. You can plug the numbers on your phones. No worries, unfortunately, most people know their favorite designers, right? For the price of the handbag social media followers, but they don't know their net worth. This is why here today I would like for you to take the chance and calculate your own net worth. The net worth, just to give you a very fast crash course, it's the assets, cash, investments, real estate, jewelry, liabilities, the loans, credit cards, mortgage debts. So if you take assets minus liability, this is what would amount to be your net worth. You know already where you're going. You know where you are. and now you already even dream big, you identified your net worth, and now we need to close the gap. So if you're not where you want to be, you probably want to ask me two questions right now. Ella, how do I close this gap? How can I accelerate my investments? I'm tired of working very hard. And probably the second question you're asking, okay, you told me to choose 20-30% return on investment. How do I get this kind of numbers? Don't worry, I get these questions all the time. So, this is lastly, I promise you, I'm almost done. Lastly, the 5 investments that will accelerate your wealth. So everyone always is asking me, the first question, Ella, what is the best investment? Where should I invest? You're probably not gonna like that, but I'll tell you that, invest in yourself. Invest in your self-development, in your personal development, invest business development, leadership skills, management skills. This is invest in your education. This is the best investment that you can ever do. And here's the best part, I'll tell you. No one can ever steal this from you. You can never lose this. It's not affected by the economics, not by inflation, not by the politicians, and it doesn't matter where you live. Second investment is invest in your business. Who here is a business owner? Business owners. All right, before you want to invest into real estate, stocks, crypto, anything, invest into your businesses. Who here is a solo owners? Okay, you're in luck, then you start investing into the team. Hire a team, create processes, create systems. For those of you that have a team already, invest back into your team. Invest into the salespeople, into the marketing. Your business will produce the highest investment. Invest in the highest returns. The third investment that will accelerate your wealth is acquire other businesses. The question is no longer anymore what business to start. It's which business to acquire. And here's the thing, guys, you are in luck because millions of business owners are retiring right now. And you can actually tap into all of these opportunities that are out there. So acquire business producing assets that are already producing cash. The fourth way to accelerate your wealth is to invest into the real estate. Invest in the cash flow, real estate that appreciates in the value, real estate that provides you the leverage. And lastly, invest into advisors and mentors. There's so much knowledge out there, but to find the right mentor, find the right advisor, is gonna save you and shortcut your path to the wealth. Before we leave today, last things I wanna say, I would encourage you to finish up that exercise because there is a surprise for the 5 lucky winners. For the 5 lucky winners, there's a surprise you get to choose, even you get to choose which one you wanna win. And then tomorrow we're gonna announce the winners, 5 lucky winners over the Instagram. So if you're not following me yet, I'm Ella Rivkin. Ella Rivkin is here. You can follow me and you can be the lucky winner. And you can win your golden ticket to financial freedom. So, and if you would like us to be your mentor or advisors, then you can scan another QR code and sign up to our advisory program. And guys, remember that financial freedom is all in your hands.
Wow. Ваші оплески, the round of applause for Ella Rivkin.
Засновниця ERPS Group та експертка з фінансового планування понад 27-річним досвідом роботи.